It was that guy with the loud mouth, his hole would be a lot smaller. But, that's your brother? Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. Yeah, he doesn't shut up. He doesn't understand that people pay money to see me and the comedian talk and not fucking him. So, Felicia. You can mix these about as much as you want. But ordinary blocks of wood, we're just going to line them up. You can mix them around as you like. They're good. Now, this one is the important one. I'll get back to that in a moment. You need covers for each of these blocks of wood. Again, things you probably have at home in your cupboards, your cabinets. I like to use paper lunch bags. But you can use paper cups, styrofoam cups, plastic cups. Doesn't matter. But if you are going to use a plastic cup, make sure it is not a clear plastic cup. It'll make sense in a moment. You also want to cut the block of wood just small enough so it fits in the side, nice and snug inside the circumference of whatever you're using. These are cut into rectangles because we're using paper lunch bags. But if you were going to use something like a styrofoam cup, you would not cut those blocks of wood into rectangles, would you? No, that'd be ridiculous. You cut them into a circle. Yeah, a circle. I just want to make sure you're paying attention. Because you're going to want to pay attention when you play this game, and here's why. Because even though I said this is a game that I invented, the truth is I got the idea for this game from another game. It's played all over the world, known by many different names, played many different ways, but it is most commonly referred to as Russian roulette. Yes. You ever heard of Russian roulette? You have. Have you ever played Russian roulette? No. Get excited! It's your big night. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Russian roulette, let me explain. Russian roulette is a game of chance and a game of danger. The danger comes in different forms. Sometimes a knife is used, a nail, a steel spike, that kind of thing. You have some decoys like these with nothing beneath them. You cover them all up with the covers so they all are identical. Next, you mix them about so you don't know where anything is. Then you eliminate them one at a time by taking your hand and slamming it down over each one, hopefully avoiding the element of danger. Do you ever go on YouTube?
Not really.
Oh, bullshit. Whatever. You go on YouTube. We all go on YouTube. So that's why, after the show, when you all go home, I want you to go on your computers, your phones, or whatever, go on YouTube and search out Russian roulette gone wrong. Yes. Do it. And you'll see a bunch of guys like me getting lovely audience volunteers like you on stage who try to experiment in Russian roulette, except it goes horribly wrong. And they take their hand and they slam it down the floor. You get the idea. Yes. So to help save you the time, I actually brought with a little montage of some of my favorite clips. If you watch this video, you'll see him. Starting with a guy with a knife and a paper bag. Watch him slam his hand out of the bag with a knife underneath it. Now his defense, he has a blindfold on. He can't see. The next one, see out of his hand. This one, the guy has to steal his spike. Watch him try to flick it off like a booger, but he can't. Because it's impaled in his hand. This next one goes like a little fast. So in slow motion, you actually see the cup and the steel spike come up off the top of the table. This last clip is one of my favorites. Where the magician gets a lady, takes the lady's hand and slams it onto the bag with the spike underneath. Look, it's sticking out of her hand as she bleeds profusely everywhere. But don't worry, Felicia, those guys are amateurs. I'm a semi-pro, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm a semi-pro, I used to work in the illusionist, that's all I hired. So, come over here. You heard it. So, Felicia, don't worry though. Those guys are amateurs. And like I said, this is the family fun. Make at home. Dan's Ferry version. So our element of danger is not going to be knives, nails, steel spikes, or anything like that. Our element of danger comes in the form of some broken glass. So this empty root beer bottle that I was drinking out of before the show. Again, we need to make sure it is indeed a real glass bottle. It's not sugar glass or candy. It's not sugar glass or candy glass or anything like that. It is indeed a real glass bottle that I got here from.
Don't be scared.
Just look at the bottle, whatever. Just check it out. Make sure it is indeed an ordinary glass bottle. Now, broken in, those are not dangerous, right? In order to make it broken and dangerous, you got to get yourself a hammer. That's why you go back into the garage or whatever, go to the toolbox, get yourself a hammer. Then you find the sweet spot. That's there in the middle. You find the sweet spot on the bottle. Take the bottle and break the bottle with. I'm not going to do it right now. Don't be such a spastic. Because that's dangerous. The glass goes everywhere. So that's why you want to get another bag. You stick the bottle inside the bag, then you break the bottle through the bag with the hammer. That keeps all the glass safely contained inside. It doesn't go on the floor, get the carpet, or anything like that. Next, you remove the broken neck of the bottle. That's what the hole's for. Stick your mouth down in the block with the sharp side up, you cover it up, mix them about, and away you go. You get the idea, right? right, we'll back it up now. Fine, we'll back it up. Real glass bottle?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll let somebody else examine that. Do examine. Oh my God! Look out! That is so awesome! That is so awesome! Because you see, folks, when you weren't paying any attention, I switched the hammers. This is a real one. That's just a rubber one. Magic show. It's funny. Where'd it go? It's not gonna happen. You have it? So wave it back and forth so we can see it's rubber. Yeah. Alright, toss it back up here. Go for it. Close enough. Yeah, but look how real that looks. Like when it's flying through the air, coming at your face. No, sorry. When it's flying through the air, coming at your face. Looks like a real. Oh, no, check it out. Like, oh, it's a rubber hand. You gotta be quick. You need to relax. You're out of control. Now, I'm about to ask, are you right-handed or are you left-handed?
I'm left-handed.
No, you're not.
Yes, she is.
Really? We found one!
Yes!
There we go! A lefty, that's fine. I just need to know, because before the show, we all took a poll and we voted. Guess what? You get to go first. Lucky you. So like I said, very carefully break the bottle through the bag with the hammer, like that. That keeps all the glass safely contained inside the bag. Well, most of the glass safely contained inside the bag. Now there's glass all over the stage. That's so dangerous. Oh, sorry. Close your mouth. Now, I know this is a long way to go for a stupid little game, but trust me, this will provide hours and hours of family fun with mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and aunts and uncles and kids and Jeffrey Epstein and you also want to protect your hands, so you get one of these thick rubber gloves like this one right here. Like I'm a magician, right? So I got to protect my hands. Like, what do you do? What's your job?
I work for a bank.
You work for. All right, so do whatever you want. Now we know which block contains the broken glass, we know which bag covers the broken glass. That's not fair. It's like cheating. You're not a cheater, are you? Are you? No. Good. So we need to mix these up so we don't know where it is. In order for that to happen, I'm going to do it first. I need you to stand in front of the table with your back towards me.
Right here?
Yeah, in front of the table with your back towards me. Is it me or what's no, in front of the table with the back. I'm gonna, God damn it, just stand. Yes. All right, so.
She's Mexican, sorry.
What?
Mexican, sorry.
She's Mexican, sorry?
Yeah.
What the hell does that even mean? So, who wants to beat the shit out of this motherfucker? First, can I get kids? Can I get kids? Seriously, I'm about to knock your teeth down your throat with my boot, dude. You've been playing past the whole show. I'm glad you're having a good time, but seriously, you're annoying the shit out of everybody else, including me. Now, all you have to do is keep looking forward, get emancipated, and then close your eyes or whatever. Just don't turn around and peek while I mix them both, because that's cheating. That's not fair. I swear to God, if you peek and you cheat, I'm going to punch you right in the throat. Right? So, keep looking forward. I just give it a quick little mix, and that's it. That's all it takes, just a quick mix. So I'm going to meet you over here. Yep, come on, lefty. Right, so you're lefty, so you're going to stand over here. Good, and now since I mix them up, you're going to now mix them up for me, so it's fair, right? And here's how you do it. And pay attention, because when you do this at home, you're going to want to be careful. Safety first, right? So what you're going to do is right now, you're going to take your thumb first and middle finger. Here, yeah, like finger guns, right?
Yep.
And then you are going to grasp the block of wood through the bag down at the bottom. See, like this, right? And then you just don't do it yet, because there is a technique, right? You're going to slide them around like this, but just whatever you do not let this part of your hand rest and touch the top of the table as you mix them around, because sometimes little shards of glass fall out from under the table. Fall out from under the bag onto the table that has the bottle underneath it. I don't want you to slide your hand over those little pieces of glass, getting glass into your skin too soon. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, mix them up, but do be quick about it, because I do not possess the social skills to fill this awkward silence. Are you done yet?
Nope, not yet.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
Okay, you're going here? Okay, good. Now, you're lefty, so you're going to stand to my right, just like where you are. Perfect. And let's get rid of that piece of glass too. And so I'm right-handed, so you're basically gonna do what I do with your left hand, right? So you're gonna take a look at your left palm, like you hold it, yep, and then you split it out, like swing it out over the bags, and yeah, keep it low. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna slam it down, but we don't wanna start doing that, because then it looks like something completely different. And then your weird stepbrother gets a boner, so it's weird. So you're gonna keep your hand over the bags, go for it, if you let that, yeah, your dominant hand, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pass your hand back and forth over the tops of the bags just like this. And you're gonna use your instinct, and I want you to name a number that corresponds with a bag that you feel is safe and contains no glass beneath it. Bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, or bag number 4. Which bag do you think is safe?
1.
1.
Yeah.
Good. Because like I said, the way we play this game is we eliminate the bags one at a time by taking your hand and then slamming it down over each bag, hopefully avoiding the element of danger. Now you get one chance to change your mind. Do you want to stay with bag 1 or do you want to change your mind? It's up to you.
I'll stay with bag 1.
Bag 1, go with your gut.
Yep.
That's the way to do it. Let's see if she's right or wrong. As we play the family fun version of Dan Sperry's Let's Find the Broken Glass Game. And away we go. Keep your hand flat like a table, just relax. She could have changed her mind, she didn't. She's sticking with bag number 1. Get excited. 1!
Over her.
2! 3, just a bag of block. Give her a round of applause.
Yeah.
Get excited. No, you're not going anywhere. Because now it's my turn to choose a bag. Because like I said, you play this home with mom and dad, grab and grab. You each take a turn going in the circle until somebody finds it. Somebody wins, and it's a lot of fun, right? This is fun. We're having fun, right? We're having fun. Good. Now since there's only 3 bags left, we're gonna call this one number 1, that one number 2, and that one number 3. I'm gonna trust you now, and I'm gonna have you choose for me because I don't want anybody to think I'm cheating. So which bag you now think is safe? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
Which one's safe?
Safe with no glass, like what we just did.
Okay.
30 seconds
I'm gonna go
ago.
with 1 again.
1. Work for you, might work for me, right? This one, number 1.
Yep.
You're sure?
I hope so.
Well, me too. This is why I'm asking. 1, 2, 3. Give a round of applause. Two down, 2 to go. 50-50 chance. Guess whose turn it is? Same as before, same as always. Which bag you now think is safe? Bag number 1 or bag number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2.
What?
You. Number 2. You're sure you want to change your mind? Because now is the time.
Nope, we're gonna roll the dice.
All right, let's do this. Bag of... Your hand is sweaty. No, I know you're here. Now,
How about Brian?
bag number 2, she can change her mind. She didn't. This is the one that counts. Ready? 1, 2. Now 3. Everybody give her a round of applause. She did it. You are the official winner. Give it up for her. Careful going down the stairs. Nice, have a fun little game that you can play at home. And say, look, we learned at the Dan Sperry Show. Just remember to have fun and play safe. Now, this is where we are approaching the end of our time shared together this evening. And at the end of the show, though, I'm going to be hanging out because right over there, I brought some merch items. This is just what we have to do on the road, right? I have DVDs of my live show that I tour with all over the world. I have T-shirts, pop sockets that go on the back of your phone, stickers. Well, you would too if you didn't do that. Stickers, etc. The T-shirts. One is this one, like I showed earlier. It's got my logo and my name on it. This is good to wear at church.
Yes.
Depends on what kind of church you go to. I got this other one that says Magic Show on it, and the O is like a little rabbit guy over there. But if you guys got to take off, I understand. If you want to say hi or whatever, you can always find me online, like on social media, you know, Instagram, etc. I'm just at Dan Sperry, unless you go on Facebook. Then you have to go to facebook.com/Dan Sperry Official. That's the official page. Don't look at any of the other 8 fake accounts made by angry ex-girlfriends, okay? That's the official page. Like that one and say hi there. Now, as I hang out after shows, I always get people asking me questions. Again, no matter where I travel, no matter where I've been, people always come up to me after the show, they always ask questions, and it's always the same questions, over and over. People come up and they're like, oh my God, how did you do the magic trick? Oh my God, how did you learn to do the magic trick? Like, where are you from? Why do you look like that? What's your problem? So I thought I would just answer those right now so we can get it out of the way, move on, and forget about it, right? So like most people that are passionate about what they do, I got interested in magic, like I was saying earlier, when I was a little kid. And I'm actually not originally from here in Arizona. I'm from up north from the forest. I grew up in a place called Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota, yeah. The yard tooting. They're deer in the yard. I don't live there anymore, but I love to get to go back home to Minnesota because we have something there that you can't really find anywhere else. This thing called seasons, right? We have all 4 of them. Look it up, it's a thing. And my favorite season actually is autumn, the fall. Not because of leaves changing and falling off the trees, not because of kids going back to school, the pumpkin spice lattes, or any basic white girl bullshit, but because it is time for my favorite holiday, which is Halloween. No way, yeah, surprise. Now, the thing about Halloween in Minnesota, though, is that oftentimes it is not uncommon for there to be like below 0 temperatures or even all-out blizzards come October 31st, right? So as a little kid, I was so excited to go trick-or-treating, something to put on a snowsuit, mittens, and a toque, and it sucks because if you're a little boy, you want to be like G.I. Joe or Batman, or if you're a little girl, you want to be like Barbie or Princess. Or if you were like me growing up, I had hand-me-downs from my older brother and sister, so I always had to go as both G.I. Joe and Barbie at the same time. And it was weird. If you have kids, you're not into that, then don't do that, because then this is what happens. You know, this is my life. This is my life every day. This is my life. Sorry, Robert. No, but there was one year in particular when I was 5 years old. I was so excited to go trick-or-treating, except it was too cold out. And my mother made me stay home and hand out candy instead. I know. What a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise, as they say, because when I was 5 years old, that was the year there was a man. And he lived in my neighborhood, on my street. You probably heard about him. To me, like national news. He was the guy taking razor blades, sticking them in apples, and then handing them out to all the little trick-or-treaters coming to his door. Do you remember hearing about that guy?
Yeah.
It's a true story, I know, because it was me at 5 years old. He happens. They can punish those bastards. I got to go. I was jealous of them. They can punish them. I had a problem back then. And that's why you can't hand out apples to trick-or-treaters anymore. It's like frowned upon now for some reason. So to help illustrate, I brought with an apple tonight. However, it is a little obvious where the razor blades are in this one. I got a little lazy. I didn't hide them so good. Now, when I show this to people, they sometimes think perhaps these are made out of plastic, aluminum foil, gum wrappers. You get some crazy thoughts, ideas, and theories. So before I go any further, I do need someone to examine the razor blades to make sure they're legit. Like you. What's your name, dude? Scott? Scott, are you familiar with razor blades? You are. Perfect. Stand up. Just stand right here, please, Scott. Stick your finger up in the air. So everybody can see. Good. Scott, what you're going to do right now is you're going to very gently and very carefully examine each razor blade to make sure they are indeed solid, real, metal razor blades. Just don't be an idiot, Scott, and slide your fingers along the razor blades to examine them. I don't think I have to explain why, but I'm just going to say it. And don't worry, I'll be honest, the apple is fake, because I don't feel like buying goddamn apple. So, but the blades are legit. I want you to be very careful, though. Please check them out. Go ahead. Make sure they're the real deal. Look, yeah, don't slide, because I want you to be careful. I don't want you to, like I said, touch yourself! Or anything like that. I'm a dick. You lost one? Where'd you go? Oh, yeah, okay. Fucker's gonna pick it up, really? That's hardcore. No, where'd it go? Did it go down there? No, we're gonna have to get it. Now let me get it. I don't want you to touch it. Is where? Oh, I see it. Don't pick it up, weirdo. It? Alright, so. Wait, Scott, yeah? Yeah, check it out one more time. I'm not gonna mess with you, but it is a legit, real metal razor blade. Like I said, I got lazy at it. I'm so good, so I can stick it in there. Something like that. The reason I had you do this is to, like I said, make sure they're legit. But if you guys did get a good look at that, or maybe you don't trust Scott, because why would you? I also have a little piece of paper that I'm going to slice and dice into tiny pieces to show that the blades are in fact real. I do this because since I cannot hand out apples with razor blades in them for all the little trick-or-treaters to eat, I save them for me and I eat them instead.